This is the new 2023 501st Battle Pack. And just like the LEGO Quinjet, I was lucky enough to get my hands on this just a little bit early. So we're going to take a quick little look at this set and everything it offers, and then maybe at the end discuss our alternate build plans. For us Star Wars fans, this has been the set that most of us are trying to get our hands on as quickly as possible, mainly for all the new 501st Troopers. Now, I'm not really an army builder, so I don't really care about the figures. I'm just super interested in the alternate builds we can make. But today we're just going to go over a quick little review, so let's go ahead and get this open and we'll take a look at everything inside. So this is everything we have inside. We of course have our instruction booklet and all the clone accessories. And then two small unnumbered bags, because for a set with 119 pieces, you don't really need numbered bags. But I'm going to go ahead and tear these bags open and we'll get to building. Alrighty guys, so we completed the build. We have our miniature AV7 vehicle cannon, all of our minifigures, and then quite a bit of few extra pieces and extra clone accessories. Let's go ahead and take a look at these minifigures, then we'll dive into the cannon and the pieces that comes with. So if you're not aware, the 501st Troopers in this battle pack are actually based on the classes seen in the most recent Battlefront 2. And the clone trooper we have in front of us is the 501st Clone Specialist. He's essentially the sniper. And for his equipment, in his hands we have one long rifle style blaster, and then on his head we have a brand new visor mold, and I gotta say this visor mold is absolutely amazing. Now of course this visor isn't meant to be the same thing as this one, but I do hope we see this newer one more often. It's very accurate to how we've seen that visor portrayed in the games and as well in TV shows. And then his torso and leg printing is essentially the same from a normal 501st Trooper minus the two yellow markings on his chest. Next we have the 501st Heavy Trooper, and it actually includes two of these, and I'm happy that this is the clone that they chose to include two of. Having two snipers or two officers would have been nice as well, but I think it makes more sense in an army lineup and army building to have more heavier troopers than having more snipers or officers. But these 501st Heavy Troopers look absolutely amazing. In their hand for their equipment, they have one heavier blaster, which is made up of a simple blaster piece with binoculars on the end. It looks like he has a few bandoliers going around him, with what looks like some extra thermal detonators on his chest, as well as some shoulder armor near his right shoulder. And flipping our Heavy Trooper around, we can get a good look at this Republic backpack. Now this is something we've seen in the Clone Wars very often, and obviously we've seen it in Battlefront 2 on the Heavy Troopers. It's a very simple build, just using that piece that can go around a minifigure's neck to put a stud on the back, and then a printed stud with the Republic logo and a top flap to open up the backpack. And then with the backpack off, you can get a better look at the back printing, which is slightly different from a normal trooper. And then for his last piece of equipment, on his helmet, we just have a standard visor mold. That covers our Heavy Trooper though. The last minifigure to take a look at is the 501st Officer. The printing on this minifigure is really good, but I do have one gripe with it. On the legs for the officer, you can see that LEGO went the route of printing the camo on here rather than giving us a cloth camo piece. The printing looks alright enough, but by itself, as soon as you move on to the sides of the minifigure, it just doesn't look right anymore. So maybe if you combine the print with a cloth piece to cover up the sides, I think it would look okay. Or if you went with printing going around the entire minifigure legs, it would be good. But the printing by itself, I don't think is my favorite. But then moving on to the trooper's chest, you can see the equipment pockets on the front are actually colored blue. And then on the back as well, we have a little bit of extra blue printing on there. And then moving up to the officer's helmet, we just have a standard rangefinder or antenna. I'm not actually sure which it is. I'm not sure if clones use rangefinders or if it's actually a communications antenna of some kind, but it's there nonetheless. And now that we're all done with the minifigures, we can take a better look at the cannon build included with the set. So I believe that this miniature cannon build is meant to resemble the larger AV7 vehicle cannon or anti-vehicle cannon. And then going around the cannon here, we can take a good look at all the features that this set has and get familiar with the pieces. We have 4 legs on this little cannon, 2 on the front and 2 on the back, and they are able to rotate at the base of the cannon right here. And then they sort of have kneecaps with these hinge joints here. And while we're looking at the feet, I actually want to take a look at this piece here. I'm not sure if this is a new piece for 2023. I certainly don't have any in my collection yet. It gets put on the bottom side of the legs here, and then it makes up the feet on all 4 legs. Moving on from the feet and that cool new piece, we move into the body of the cannon, and it is actually slightly posable up and down, using some bar pieces on these clips on either side of the cannon. It makes for a little bit of posability with the cannon, so you can hit a few different angles in combat. And then just off to the right side of the cannon, we have one seat for a minifigure to control the cannon. It doesn't use my favorite connection for minifigures. I'm not a huge fan of how LEGO has been using this piece to just slot minifigures in. Our minifigures do slot in easily enough, and it does keep them securely enough, but I certainly prefer to have them studded in so I know they're not going to fall out no matter what. Unfortunately, there's no control panel for the minifigure to grab onto to actually control the cannon, so you're going to have to use your imagination there. But then getting our minifigure out, we can get a better look at the side details of both sides of the cannon, using just a few pieces with a grill piece, a tile, and then this little angled plate off to the side with this yellow stud, and then a variety of Technic pieces making up the barrel of the cannon sticking out. I think it looks really good. Despite being super sized down from the actual anti-vehicle cannon in universe, I think it looks amazing. And almost every LEGO Star Wars set needs one. We have the standard LEGO play feature of a spring-loaded shooter being built in. And with that, that pretty much covers the entire 501st Battle Pack. And in the beginning of this video, we mentioned alternate build plans. And rest assured, I do have a few ideas, but I want to use as much community input as possible, and I want you guys to drop your suggestions down below. Since I got this set a tiny bit early, I wanted to get a jump start on the alternate build, and I figured it was a perfect opportunity to ask for community input. So after seeing this review of this set and getting a little familiar with the pieces that this little cannon offers, let me know what you guys want me to try and turn this set into down in the comments below. And as of right now, I am only going to be using 1 copy of the set because me and a few others have some big plans for using 2 to 4 copies of the set. So make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on that video or any other videos we make using the new 2023 sets. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, fellas.